Welcome back to Alive by Design, a human first disruption manifesto. I am the author, Jean Hamilton-Ford, and today I'm going to read Chapter 2, Reclaiming Rhythm. Your body has never been on their timeline, but you tried, synchronizing with expectations, bending toward deadlines, waking up earlier and pushing harder until your breath compressed into a smaller and smaller space. Until one day, the machine was humming, the calendar was full, and your spirit was nowhere to be found. You know this in your bones. Rhythm isn't about time management, it's about energetic truth. This is not about finding balance. That word was sold to you as a pacifier. This is about repatterning the pace you move through life, work, and decisions. We are not here to slow you down. We are here to help you stop running from yourself. The mythology of constant. You were not designed to run on urgency or operate in the constant buzz of anticipation. Yet urgency became your identity, not because you wanted it, but because no one told you that presence was an option. The mythology of constant teaches you that more hours equals more impact, while consistent output becomes the measure of professional success. It convinces you that being always available means you deeply care, that busy schedules signal an important life, and that only linear progress counts as real progress. But your nervous system knows better. It knows that creativity comes in waves, not streams. Rest is productive. Some seasons call for expansion, while others call for contraction. Your body operates on cycles, daily rhythms of energy and restoration, weekly patterns of output and renewal, monthly cycles of intensity and integration, seasonal shifts between creation and reflection. The extraction system taught you to override it all. The pace that erases. You were trained to feel guilty for resting and earn rest by collapsing. Rest became synonymous with laziness. You learned to check email before your feet hit the floor and eat lunch while working. Calls happened during walks while you planned tomorrow during today. Work thoughts invaded rest time, and rest only came when you couldn't function anymore. This isn't efficiency, it's erasure. Here's what I know about your body: it doesn't need permission to need what it needs. You do not need to burn out to feel worthy of stopping. Your rhythm requires no justification to anyone, including yourself. When working differently actually works, no explanation is necessary. Rhythm recognition. Your true rhythm has been whispering underneath the noise this whole time. You just stopped listening because everyone else was talking louder, but you can feel it. Your creativity surges at certain times and goes quiet at others. Some mornings you wake up ready to build empires, while other mornings you can barely make coffee. Your body craves movement some days and stillness others, just as certain seasons call you outward while others call you inward. This isn't inconsistency, This is intelligence. Your system is always adjusting, always responding, always seeking the conditions that support your aliveness. The question isn't what's wrong with your rhythm. The question is what would happen if you stopped apologizing for it? The seasonal business body. Your work has seasons too. And when you honor them instead of forcing against them, magic happens. Spring energy brings new ideas sprouting and vision clarifying. This is when experiments begin and excitement for possibility runs high, the natural time for launches, collaborations, and fresh starts. Summer energy calls for full expression and peak and peak productivity. Everything blooms into maximum visibility, making this the natural time for major projects, speaking, and high output phases. Autumn energy shifts into harvest time, completion, and integration. You gather the fruits of earlier work, making this the natural time for finishing projects, reflection, and strategic planning. Winter energy invites rest, restoration, and quiet creativity. Seeds lie dormant but alive underground, making this the natural time for deep work, learning, and inner development. The extraction system wants you in permanent summer, always producing, always visible, always on. But you weren't designed for perpetual harvest. You were designed for cycles. Time as ally. Here we begin to listen to a different clock, the one inside your chest, the one that doesn't tick, it pulses, the one that's been whispering the whole time. Come back. You reclaim rhythm by beginning to question, what am I sinking to? Who or what dictates my pace? What am I overriding in myself to keep up with something that may not even be real? Most urgency is manufactured, created by systems that profit from your anxiety, sold as importance when it's really just noise. Real urgency has a different quality. It's clear, focused, and temporary. It doesn't live in your nervous system as a constant hum. It arises, serves its purpose, and recedes. Everything else is just the addiction to momentum, the revolutionary act of rest. We are not here to find a better workflow. We are here to dismantle the addiction to momentum. Because when you're always moving forward, you forget to feel where you are. Rest is not the absence of productivity. Rest is the presence that makes real productivity possible. Different types of rest for different types of tired. Physical rest, your body needs to stop moving. Find a place where you can lie down and breathe more deeply, allowing gravity to hold you. Mental rest, your mind needs space from problem solving. Stare out windows or walk without podcasts, allowing thoughts to settle like snow. Emotional rest. Your heart needs space from processing. Be around people who don't need anything from you and let yourself be held without having to hold back. Sensory rest. Your nervous system needs quiet. Create an environment with gentle lighting and soothing textures, embracing silence that doesn't ask you to fill it. Creative rest. Your imagination needs feeding, not depleting. Seek beauty for its own sake, allowing yourself to experience art without needing it to serve a purpose, and embracing wonder without agenda. Spiritual rest. Your soul needs connection to something larger. Find whatever puts you back into right relationship with mystery, whether that's time spent in nature, moments of prayer, or a meditation practice. This isn't just about recovery, it's about remembering. Remembering what it feels like to be a human. Remembering what it feels like to be a human being instead of a human doing. Designing your days. Here's your invitation. Identify your energetic cycles and stop apologizing for them. Design your days around nourishment, not obligation. Relearn rest as rhythm, not reward. Drop into the body and notice what's true beneath the urgency. Create a morning ritual where you ask your body what it needs before consuming any information. Notice your energy level, natural pace, and where you want to focus. Then let that inform your choices. In transition moments between meetings, tasks, or roles, pause and breathe. Notice where you are before moving to where you're going. Complete the evening with shifting the focus from planning tomorrow to appreciating today. What worked? What felt alive? What wants to be acknowledged? When you honor your own pulse, you stop outsourcing your power. You don't need permission to reclaim your rhythm. But if you've been waiting for a signal, this is it. As you learn to trust your natural rhythm, you naturally begin to question the pressure to constantly collaborate and contribute. Because once you're moving from your own center, you can feel the difference between true resonance and performative connection. Next, we'll explore what happens when collaboration becomes just another form of self abandonment. Reflection and practice. Let this be your invitation to remember what your natural pace feels like. The remembering. Your body has been keeping track of your real rhythm all along. The energy that surges and recedes, creativity that comes in waves, the difference between work that feels effortless and work that feels forced. This isn't inconsistency, it's intelligence. Gentle attention. For the next week, notice your energy patterns without trying to change them. When do you feel most creative? When does your body naturally want to rest? When do you feel rushed versus when you feel in flow? Just witness. One rhythm experiment. Choose one area where you've been forcing consistency: exercise, work schedule, creative practice, or something else. What happens if you let it follow your body's actual rhythm instead of an imposed schedule? What feels different? The deeper invitation: start asking different questions before committing to anything. Does this match my energy right now? What would I choose if I trusted my timing? What is my body saying beneath what my calendar is demanding? For the tender strong, if slowing down brings up anxiety about being behind or lazy, remember you're not falling behind. You're falling back into yourself. That discomfort is just the sound of conditioning loosening its grip. Your rhythm isn't a problem to solve, it's wisdom to follow. Thank you for being with me. I'll be back soon and I'll be reading chapter 3, The Myth of Collaboration. For now, bye.